Hi guys, I'm Ember. Thank you so much for being here. So today I really wanted to channel for the collective, and whoever I'm channeling right now is going towards a really new solid beginning. Something that feels exciting and shiny. And but it doesn't feel like shiny in like a superficial way. It feels really solid to me. And I saw like when I was tapping into your energy, I saw you like looking at this door, and it was a gold door like this. And every time you like were looking at the door and getting near the door and about to touch the door, I saw like energy from the door being like transmuted onto you, and like also the darkness that is from the old cycle kind of like being pushed out like this. It's so hard to explain, but that's what I'm seeing. I just kept seeing like when you go near thinking about this new beginning, and when you are allowing yourself to look at the new beginning and what it entails, it's almost like there's like a transmutation or a transmutation of energy that's happening. It's like things are being released from you. And I do feel like you are, I feel like there's an element of where you're like conscious of this a little bit, like because of this cave card, you may have been going into like a period of deep reflection or taking a break, or really trying to get clear. Seems like you're really trying to get clear on where you're going, and what you want to take, what steps you want to take next, and what future you want, because we have dragon's hoard, which is protecting the future. So I feel like whatever this thread is, it's like you've been following this thread, you don't know where you're going, you haven't been knowing where you're going like fully or completely, you just feel intuitively vibrantly excited and called to this new beginning. It could be a project, a person, a place, it just could be a mindset, but I feel like there's a door that you know that you're standing at, and you're like opening it, and like when you're opening it, it's like the energy from the door is like changing you, transmuting you, even thinking about it. This, I'm trying to figure out a way like this could be just like in practical ways. This is like such a metaphor, right? But it could be just you're tackling thought forms around fear of starting new. You're tackling beliefs around not changing. You are trying to be more flexible. You are being very introspective. You're trying to make sure that you are seeing everything clearly. I do honestly really genuinely feel like um you're going through a period of a lot of energy being released from old energy being released, stuck in the body, energy stuck in the body. This could be mind, mental energies being released. I'm seeing you step into a new form of understanding of yourself, and a new form of like seeing. There's a new form of understanding. And that's the other thing I kept seeing. I kept seeing sparks of light, like this new cycle, this new thing that you're becoming more comfortable with. It's like the light from that is sparking, and it's like it's helping change you. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like I don't know if you're half in the new and half in the old, or if you're just still thinking about this and pondering this, and trying to be aligned for this new beginning. It feels like you're trying to get aligned for it. But I do also want to say that there is um this energy too that I'm also feeling of the old still be here. So if you're still being affected by um energy of like lack, or energy of like fear or doubt, it seems like it may just be coming up to the surface to be released. And I do feel again like this new beginning that you're stepping into is a really beautiful thing. And I did see there is this card right here that I pulled, and it says fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. So you may be in a place where it's like really weird, like a really weird place of like one extreme of fear, and then also one extreme of bravery, like both existing within you, or both softness is existing and power, and what's another one, grief is existing and excitement. So it really does feel like you're in this transition, I'm hearing liminal stage, but transition stage of the old like dying off, and the new you know permeating you, because I do feel like it's affecting you whether or not you've taken the step through this door or not, because I do feel like you're still at the door. But I do feel like you're like going to open the door. It's just like you're again in this like transition stage, and so you may feel very like weird, like a lot of you may be holding a lot of contradictions in your body, you may be holding a lot of contradictions in your mind. Like you may feel 1 minute very powerful, and then 1 minute very helpless. Then you may be feeling like, yes, I'm gonna take this chance, and then like the next minute there's like that fear, that old fear that comes up. But I do feel like there's like, I don't know what that is, that contradiction within you is creating tension, which is helping you. How is it helping you? And maybe helping you just like be willing to be more open to the new, because the friction of the contradiction is painful to hold, right? Like that's kind of the energy I'm feeling, and it's not simple, it's very complicated. And so you would feel like you wouldn't feel like a clear path forward. You would know kind of the path, but you wouldn't understand maybe like the next step to take. Like it feels like you know where you're going and you know where you want to go, but like the steps to get there feel hard. And I feel like the steps are being a little bit shrouded by the like like the old fears and the old doubts and the old pain, right? Like it permeates, it hides it, it confuses the next steps, it makes it harder to see. And so maybe that's what this going into the cave was kind of trying to be about. And seeing where you are, where you have boxed yourself in. Is that blurry? Of course it is. Seeing where you have boxed yourself in, and seeing where others, you've let others box you in, you know. And I don't know if you've been fighting to get out of some type of box that you feel like you've been trapped in. I really wish this wasn't blurry, but it is. Sometimes I really feel like genuinely it intuitively goes blurry, like when it's things are not clear. Like I see it, like I'm like literally when things aren't clear, and then of course I'm like, oh, it comes back to normal. So this is like, I always like take whatever's happening in my environment as like something to channel. So I'm seeing you may have been in a period of not being able to see clearly, but I'm seeing that change. And I think it's changing when I started talking about the box. It's like the box is when it got blurry. It's like when you are able to see the box for what it is, then you're able to like transcend it. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. And I don't know why, but my sight right now is like so bright and I feel like I can't see very much, and I don't know why. It's really odd. And I've been experiencing only in this reading, so I don't know what that's about, but I'm just going to name it. I also kept seeing trains, flowers growing out of a tomb. And I kept hearing that quote from Inception when she says, you don't know where this train will take you, but you know you'll be together. And I kept hearing that quote over and over again. And I was like, okay, I have to write it down. Like, I don't know why I'm hearing this quote. But you're collecting information, it looks like, on how to, I'm hearing, what am I hearing? I was not going to say that. I'm hearing sublocate your ego. Sublimate your ego? I don't know. That's really odd. I was not planning on saying that. I was saying you're collecting information on how to work with your ego, but also how to come out. I don't want to say come out in the situation on top, because it doesn't feel like that to me. It feels more like you just want things to be healed. You just want things to be clear. You want things to be easy. You want things to like, you want to have like a set path of like, this is what I'm doing and this is where I'm going. And like, it's not been clear, and it's not been clear for a minute, it feels like. And it looks like you're going to see something on the horizon. Okay, let me just get into the tarot before I say all that. Okay. What is going on for my viewers? Five of Cups in reverse? No way. Queen of Wands. Wow. This thread you've been following is about releasing pain. Like, really, and not just like any type of pain. This is like deep pain here, I'm seeing. You've been following this thread to find your confidence. I'm hearing after a lifetime of hurt and regret, and not regret, like more like, yeah, it's giving like, I've been really hurt by a lot of people. I've been really hurt by a lot of situations. I've been really trying to protect myself, right? And I feel like through this thread you've been following, it has been I was saying you've been transmuting pain, and it's showing that you really are like deeply releasing this grief that you might have had your whole life. And I feel like it's interesting because I don't know if you even knew like how deep this grief goes, or maybe you did but you didn't in some way. It feels like there's a seeing of your pain in a new way that's helping you release the pain. Like, you're not looking at your pain the same way you used to. You're not seeing it as like an enemy. You're seeing it as like your friend, and not as in like, I'm your friend, like this is great. It's more like you're showing up for your pain in a new way. And I think that's helping also release your confidence too, because when we have deep grief and pain, it can cover up parts of us, like our confidence and our aliveness and our vibrancy and our inspiration. And the Queen of Wands is like very creative, very in her power, like feminine gives off like a little bit of dark feminine energy, but not in a bad way, like the wildness within, and like not, and I think maybe, I don't know, there's something about coming up around the wildness within, and that being tamed or being shamed in you, and in others. And so you might have grown up with that feeling. I don't know, that's just coming through, I don't know, but I am getting that through. It's like you're releasing the pain of the past, and maybe the ideas of your what confidence is, or the ideas of where your life should be, or what the right path is. It's like you're releasing, yeah, you're releasing, oh my gosh, you're releasing so much old beliefs. You're releasing so many societal, it looks like you're releasing societal beliefs. You're releasing old pain from the past. You're releasing lack mindset for sure. You're also releasing wounding around your confidence. It seems like specifically tied to wounding around being in your power, taking like not control of your life, more like taking inspired, empowered action in your life, and what that feels like. I don't know if you've ever really, I mean, maybe you have a little bit, but there seems to be, from what I'm feeling right now, is that you really want to embody the power, your power. And I mean real power. I mean power that comes from strength that's deep within you. It's like the power of inherent worthiness, and the power of like, I know who I am, but not in a cynical way. It's like I know who I am, and I also like there's like a humbling energy I'm getting here. You might have felt humbled through an experience, like through this experience. Like there's a lot of things I feel like you're realizing that you didn't know before, that you thought you knew. Like you had a cap on your mind in some way. I don't know. I'm getting such a weird, interesting energy, or not energy, just message. It's so interesting to me. But it looks like you had like a cap. What was I saying there? A cap on your mind. Yeah, like a cap on, like, this is how deep I can go, or this is what my mind does all the time. Like you thought you had a handle on what your mind was doing, and you're realizing there's so many more deep things that you, and not just in your mind, but in the universe. Like I think you're realizing like there's a huge breakthrough of like it's like an activation, but I'm seeing it as like a ceiling break of your awareness. And that ties into your intuition and your spirituality, but it also ties into your power, and it also ties into your healing. It's like, I don't know, there's all these negative beliefs that I feel like you're seeing, like, whoa, like I didn't even believe I could heal like this. I didn't even believe that this was this deep. I didn't even see this before. Like there's like, and it's not like humbling and is bad. Maybe initially it might have felt like shocking and like very uncomfortable to have this awareness come through, but I'm also seeing that once you sit with it a little bit, or once you've sat with it a little bit, it looks like you're feeling like it's helping you more than you initially, like, initially you might have perceived it as dangerous for some reason, or like that might have been used against you when you were a child or something. I don't know. I'm getting into a very interesting thread here. But yeah, I think that's very interesting. Wow. Yeah, yes, look, there's a sun. I'm like, half of these cards are in reverse, and I don't like it. Not half, just one. Temperance is in reverse. Interesting, because I feel like Temperance is in reverse, which means like there's like, you're not going to hold back anymore. Is that what I'm getting from that? I don't know if that's true. Hold on. What? I just want to see it come out. Whoa. I just said your intuition's getting, I just said it. I said your intuition's getting stronger through this, and it came out and it slid all the way to the top of this, of the Five of Cups in reverse. And the Hermit. This is like, I'm serious. Like you would be experiencing like a spiritual awakening at this point. And like a very real one. And because I'm not saying that people don't have real spiritual awakenings, but a lot of times spiritual awakenings, people can talk about like how amazing it is and how wonderful it is, and it's so great. And it's like, actually, like most of the time it fucking sucks, and it hurts, and it literally is like grinding your gear, like grinding your ego down, just to like be free and free your energy, and like do what you want, and like follow the path you want, and you know what I mean, and go where your soul is asking you to go, but you have to like grind down your ego, and so it's very painful. And so I'm seeing you like 100%. It's like almost feels like a crash course a little bit to me in an awakening, but I feel like you've been coming up on this idea of an awakening for a while. I just feel like I don't know what happened, but it's like something broke your mind open is what I'm seeing. And it really broke your intuition open. And you're connecting to these energies differently than I've seen before, or I feel before. Like I feel like I've channeled whoever you are specifically before, and if I haven't, then it's just, that's still true, not from myself, from your perspective. You would feel like that. You would feel like you're channeling energies differently than you were before. You would feel like that, like not from me, but I also feel like I'm channeling someone I've channeled before, and I feel like you are, something's changed 100%, like deeply changed, like something core, like a core wound got released, a core belief got released. You're not clamping and contracting yourself as much. Maybe it's just like you freed your energy in that way. Maybe you're just like, you know what, I'm not going to put like this control and this these wall, like I don't want these walls anymore. Like, yes, they've helped me feel safe, but like now I feel constricted, and now I just want to break free. And I feel like that's what you've been doing, but you've had to grieve. You had to grieve. You had to connect to the pain. You had to look at the pain. Yeah, and it's pain of the Ten of Swords, which is like other people's betrayals, other people emotionally hurting you, other people emotionally betraying you. Like that seems to be a very heavy theme. And betraying you, like, I'm seeing like, it's like they didn't even know who you were deep down, and they still betrayed you. And I don't know why that's like you would think that would make you feel better, but I don't know why. I feel like it would make you feel worse. I don't know where I'm going with this. So I really just want to say, like, I'm just going where my mind's going, and I'm just channeling what I'm channeling. So if it doesn't resonate, then I'm so sorry. But I feel like this is very specific. And so, yeah, I just feel like it's pretty specific, but that's okay. Maybe it needs to be, right? This is so big. Whoever, I'm serious, this is so big. Like this is I feel like you're releasing old beliefs, and long-standing pain that could have been stuck in the body. You could have had health stuff happening because of this. And you really did it. And I feel like you consciously went in and went, okay, like I need to just feel it all. Like I just need to let it all in. I need to feel it all. I need to face it. Like I can't keep running from this. Like this is, the running from it is causing pain. And it's like I'm feeling constricted by these beliefs. I don't want to believe in these beliefs anymore. Like I don't want to feel like I'm fragmented. I don't want to feel like I'm avoiding things. I don't want to feel like I'm running. I don't want to feel like I'm stuck. I don't want to feel like I'm why am I hearing granular? I just don't want to feel like I want to grow. Like I want to grow. I want to expand. That's what I'm feeling from you. I'm feeling like this energy release. I just feel like I can't get over it. Okay. You going within, this is so integral. Like you going within was so important. I feel like your guides and the universe or whatever you believe in is just honoring that so much. I feel like you went into hermit mode, went into the cave, went alone with yourself, faced so much, released a lot. Like you would have felt like this would be like a huge release in a very short amount of time. It feels like a burst. That's what it feels like to me. And it wouldn't have been fun. Like I just want to say that much. Like this would feel very painful and difficult. But you're healing and you're seeing the truth. Like this is huge. You would have had a breakthrough of healing, of an epiphany. You would have realized things. You would have seen things in a new way. Again, it's so beautiful. Like, and I think that's why I feel like it's just such a huge shift in the energy. Your energy specifically, your energy would have shifted from looking at the old, and now you're like looking at the new, and you're like, oh my God. Like I don't know, there's like a different feeling about the new. I'm not saying that your old fears and doubts don't still come up and that you don't still feel chained a little bit, because I feel like you do, and that's okay. It's almost, oh my gosh, there's there was Reiki Rachel was talking about this. She said, so we've gotten out of the cocoon phase, right? Like we're the butterfly and we already dissolved, and then we got out, and then we got like stuck on a branch, right? Is this what she said? Yeah. She got stuck on a branch, and there was like twine around our wings. But this twine was like an illusion. Right? So easy. The butterfly could have unstuck itself, or maybe the twine was, either way, the twine wasn't real, or you could unstick yourself really well, but it was almost like the illusion of the chains still exists. So I'm saying like you have cleared out this pain. I want Spirit wants to confirm that for you, because I feel like you might be worried, like, okay, did I actually clear this out like I thought I did? Because I'm still feeling these chains, right? But it's almost like the echo of the chains, or the ghost of the chains, or like you know how the mind has a hard time with catching up to the body and catching up to the soul. The mind specifically has a hard time. Like our body always knows really quickly, and our soul knows too. But our mind, it like plays tricks on us. And so I feel like if you're still experiencing some of these things, it's still clearing out, so you're still releasing it. It takes, you know, some time to still like release all of it, so that's still happening. I'm also seeing simultaneously that the mind is just taking some time to catch up, and it just that's how it works. It's like it, you know, I'm seeing like a spiral of release, and then I'm like seeing a spiral of like the new, and I'm seeing it happen at the same time. Like a spiral of release is happening, and the spiral of the new is happening, and the old is going and the new is going, right? And it's like coming together like this. Oh my god, it's so interesting. You would feel extremely connected to your gifts right now, even if you don't like see anything or whatever. You would feel something changing within you. Even if you're not like seeing anything crazy, you would feel like you would feel something within you. Like you would feel like this growth of like your intuition. You would feel, but it would feel like internal. Like you would feel like the sun inside you. It would be like or like this new feeling of relief, or this new feeling of excitement or joy, and like something in you. It's almost like I'm seeing this pain. This pain was like blocking this feeling of you being able to connect to joy, your confidence, and your strength. Like those kind of the three that I'm feeling the most, but mostly your confidence, and you're like, and either, yeah, and maybe even just like the ability to have hope again, like that feeling of aliveness that we get when we are inspired, like that was covered up by this pain. And so I'm seeing now that you're releasing that pain, you may be experiencing not a lot. I'm seeing it as like sparks of light. Again, this would feel like you would feel, again, one moment you would be like, oh my god, I'm like so like, what is happening, right? And then the next more moments you'd be like, but I'm like feeling like shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like kind of like that. But again, it's the pain is still being released, so it's still, you're still uncovering the things that were always innate in you. Like these are things that are not new. These are things that you would have had inside you that you wouldn't have had access to. And that's what I'm saying. It's like you're seeing things and connecting to yourself in a new way, and it feels really deep and exciting, and also it's very scary, and it's like you're releasing so much pain too. So like you could be having a lot of fear come up right now. You could be having a lot of doubt come up. You could be having a lot of just like really old feelings coming up, and they would feel especially, okay, they would feel extremely intense. They wouldn't feel like the run-of-the-mill fear. It would be like you'd start feeling terrified, like terror, or like dread, or like that pit in your stomach. Like it would be extreme. But it's because it's extreme because it's from the past. It's like it's just like really intense emotions that you like shove down that are now being released and freed. And so like, again, while that comes up, it could feel like your old coping behaviors or your old stuff is coming up really loudly, as it's almost like the one last hurrah, like the one last ditch attempt to like keep things the same. Because it's like our ego wants to hold on, right? Our ego doesn't want anything to change. It's very ego-esque, right? And I feel like you have been breaking your ego down. Okay. I feel like I went off on a whole thing. Okay. Anything else? This is so big. So big. Yes, you're moving to calmer waters. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Like, you're moving, and you already know how to build a 10 of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. But I do feel like you either want to build a new foundation somewhere else, or there's something about the 10 of Pentacles, the way you viewed it before, that seems seems constricted. It's like I'm seeing you understand and have a new awareness of what you want for long-term stability, and how it's not maybe what it used to be. It's like you're seeing, maybe you're seeing like, wow, I actually was doing the things my parents wanted me to do by doing this path, or I was actually doing, like, maybe you weren't, but like I'm just giving that kind of example. It's like I once thought I wanted this to be my long-term stability, and it might have been similar to my childhood. It might have not been, right? But I also am seeing like you shift away from that. It's like you're having a more expansive view of what you want your long-term stability to be like, what you even think of abundance, what you even think of like the way energy works, or lack mindset, or anything even to do with that. I feel like for some of you it's more practical than that, and it's not as like the way I'm saying it, as mystical or like woo-woo, whatever, or spiritual. I don't think it was woo-woo, but whatever. My point is that I feel like you're open. You're open in a way you haven't been before about, and you're really wanting to expand on what you what you allow to receive, and what you even allow yourself to dream of is changing. Like, it's becoming bigger. Like, you're allowing yourself to dream bigger. You're allowing yourself to ask for more. You're allowing yourself to this is why it's so important. It's like you're stepping into yourself in a very embodied way, and it feels like a lot of things have had to go and are going, and I think that that's really, really hard, and I don't want to not talk about that and validate that. But I also am seeing that finally this breath fresh of new air and this new understanding and this new growth is like really helping you keep going, because it's like I feel like you got to this point where you're just like, what am I even supposed to do at this point? Like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to like beat this. I don't even know if I'm gonna, like, this is one of those things. This feels like one of those things to me that would be really hard and really challenging to overcome. And like the big things in your life, like an identity shift of like massive proportions. Like, this would destabilize you in a very big way, even internally. Like, it may not even externally be showing up yet, but I am seeing internally you've been going through this point of like, okay, like I need something to break. Like, I need something to like, I need a breakthrough. I need like something to like move. I need the energy to move. I need something. I need something. And I don't know what you did, but you got it. And I feel like you got it from yourself. Like, I feel like you got it from yourself 100%. Okay. Is there any advice you have? Cause I feel like I don't want to like keep going. Cause I know, cause I'm like, where, you know, what's the advice? Cause I feel like it's good where it's at. Like, I'm like, oh, this is nice. This is good where it's at. Yeah. Wow. The advice is to keep doing what you're doing. Like, we have 6 of Wands twice with the Hermit and the High Priestess. Keep following your intuition and keep going within. Keep going into that space within you that's safe. Because I'm seeing that you are creating a bigger and better and more healthy space for you internally, and that's actually really helping you. And also, there's you're creating safety internally, and that's also helping you feel safe to follow your intuition. Even if you haven't made the move yet, you're getting more comfortable with what your intuition is saying to you. It's very hard sometimes. Our ego does not like what our intuition is saying to us because it's scary. Ace of Wands. Advice. Knight of Cups. There's something it looks like you want to give to. Ace of Wands. Knight of Cups. King of Wands. And we have Queen of Wands right here. It looks like some of you want to give to somebody. It doesn't have to be a masculine person. I'm seeing you as a Queen of Wands, even though you may not be you may not resonate as like only feminine energy. We have everything. We have both feminine and masculine within us. But my point is that I'm seeing you as more the feminine energy in this spread, even though you may. I feel like some of you I'm channeling are masculine, resonate as masculine, more as a masculine energy. Anyways, what I'm seeing is that you want to give a new beginning to somebody else. It looks like you want to like reach out and spark something. It looks like a spark to me. Hold on, maybe something's been getting in the way of this. Maybe your wounding has been getting in the way of this, but you've been really working hard at this to try to be able to have this new opportunity. What is this Knight of Cups? You really want to give? Yeah, I'm seeing you really want to give. I just said it. You really want to give. Look at that. Wow. You have something really beautiful to give to this person. 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is huge. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so big. I can't. Like, this is really big. I'm seeing, is that strength? Yep. I was like, I knew it. I was like, Leo's got to pop out. Leo has to pop out. I was like, Leo's trying to pop out. I see it. And of course, King of Wands too, right? It's Leo energy. It looks like you have something really solid, really emotionally heartfelt to give to somebody. And I think that you had to work through a lot of stuff to be able to do this. And I don't know if you've done this yet, but it looks like that's where you're aiming. And I think that's what this new beginning is about. I feel like you're opening yourself up to like a really beautiful relationship. It makes me like really emotional, actually. Like, it looks really deep. This feels like a very deep thing you would want to give to this person, or to start something with. Like, maybe some of you could resonate with someone giving something to you, but I am seeing it as you giving it to someone else. If you don't resonate with, like, I'm not trying to give an offer to anyone, then you're the other person in this scenario. But there's someone that wants to give to you, or you want to give to a person, and it looks really heartfelt, and it looks really, I'm hearing safe, but healthy. Like, really healthy. And we have 2 beginning cards. So the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands is like that excitement, aliveness, inspiration, and you are wanting to like really give. And also, You feel called intuitively to do this. That's something that I feel like you have 2 wins here. But your win was first in seeing your lack, the thing that was holding you back. Like and this could be like a new job for some of you. It doesn't have to be a person, but I'm seeing it as a person because we have the King and Queen of Wands. But this could be to a different aspect of to yourself, but I don't get that for most of you. For most of you, I'm getting it's a person, and then I'm also getting for some of you, it could be a new job. So just put it where it goes. But I do feel like for most of you, it's a person. Because it looks like a love offer to me. Because we have the Knight of Cups, which is all about giving love, like our heart. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is like a new cup of love, but it's like also self-love. It's like you doing this, it would be an act of self-love. That's what it looks like to me. Like taking a chance on this, giving to this. It's like something you really would want for your future. It's somewhere you could see the 10 of Pentacles with and the 9 of Pentacles. It's someone who would make you feel empowered, alive, independent, would honor your independence and want you to be independent and would want to be independent themselves, and you both would come together and create a world, but not from a place of lack. Like you both would have done a lot of healing to get here. Like I see this relationship be really really like big. Like this feels really spiritually big. This feels really emotionally big. This also feels really big in a like a very healthy, like really healthy way. Like you and this, whoever you're connecting with would have worked really hard to get here. I just don't know why I'm getting it. I just am getting that both of you have worked really hard at healing and both of you have done so much work. So I don't know if you've known this person for a while or if this is a new thing. Some of you could be new, but I don't know. I feel like for a lot of you, it's someone else. It's someone you would have in your like life, maybe, possibly. Doesn't have to be though. It could be someone new. If you don't have anyone you're interested in, then it definitely is someone new. Because we also have possibility for union right here. And that was this, it was interesting. So the gold card is something really solid. And it's like, it never tarnishes, right? And it's deep and it's strong. And then we have this new beginnings. So you see how on the sky bridge, you have the moon right here? And to me, it looks like the gold right here. And then you have in the new beginnings card, you have this moon right here. And it looks like in this, you have a new beginning possibly with a possibility for union. And it's something that's really solid. And it's something that it looks like it's going to last a very long time. Like it would be like a 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups situation. But it looks like, I don't know, I get this feeling like you would have had past lives with this person or like something. It feels spiritually long. Like when I'm feeling into the energy, it feels like a long spiritual connection. And I feel like that it goes past this life. Like I'm getting it like as a past life. So you would feel very familiar with this person. You would feel an undeniable, powerful connection that you just could not explain. You would feel very connected to their energy, even if you weren't with them in the 3D. You would think about them a lot. You would really feel empowered by them and really feel their unconditional belief and love in you. You would feel that. And you would also feel that for them. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting for this person and this possibility for a relationship. Yeah, and it had to come out. I feel like both of you had a lot to release. Like, yeah, a lot of confusion to release and a lot of like negative walls you put up erected around you to keep yourself safe. Both of you might have had a lot of walls up. Both of you might have been really hurt in the past. Both of you would have done a lot of healing, it looks like. And it looks like after a period of judgment, of judgment, it's like there's a lot of release happening, I feel like, with both of you. Like I am getting it very strongly. Okay, I'm going to get some final advice. This is so big. I'm so excited for you. This is such a huge thing. Like genuinely, it really is. And I'm so happy for you. I really am. Okay. Is there any final advice you have? Wisdom. Yeah, like this, like releasing this type of pain. This is like one of those things. It's like you would have gained so much wisdom through this experience, even if it was really hard and really painful. Like you're growing so much through this. You've been learning so much, and like this is something like I feel like is going to help a lot of people. I don't know, I always get that feeling like whoever I'm channeling is helping a lot of people with this. And yes, like there's wisdom from your grief. Like I think when grief isn't felt, it can become stuck, and then it can be bitter, and it can become things like resentment and walls. But when it's finally expressed and felt and released through you, it becomes this releasing of the sadness. It becomes this instead of, something that's holding you back, something that's keeping you contained, something that's hurting you all the time, something that's like a shadow on your back, like that gets released, and then it gets turned into like something that's like wisdom, which is like, it would help you for the rest of your life. You would help others with this. Like, it is monumental in its, I'm hearing transcendence. It's monumental in I think the way healing works, because it just shows like the more that we face our pain and the more that we um give ourselves permission to release, to let things die, and including things within us that are in lack or in conditioning, and even releasing people and places and events, and and going through that ego death, like it really is like a testament to healing, of like how once you heal, like once you are like more getting more connected to healing, and there's so much relief and beauty and safety and internal love that you come to, that it feels so like, you're like, how did I never have access to this before? Like I did when I was a child, right? You might have, right? I mean, most kids do. um it gets beat out of us, you know? And now it's bigger than that. Like it's not just childhood innocence and joy. It's wisdom from pain. And there's also a strength and a gratefulness of that strength that you've gained. And it's through very hard, I'm hearing diligent, very hard, diligent work on the self. And it's rare to see, but it's also something I feel like a lot of people are trying to achieve now. Like there's a collective of like so many people, like including you, that are willing and wanting and ready and willing to face all of the conditioning of our ancestors and our past, and this and society and where it is now, and the chaos and the destruction, and just like coming to a place of like greater awareness and what am I trying to say here, Spirit? A greater awareness, but a bigger capacity to love, like a bigger capacity to feel, a bigger capacity to be empowered. It's like, this is stuff that you don't get from like, you know, anything. Like this is like again, like grit, like it's like wisdom from grit. It's like the corrosion as medicine. Like it's through a place of pain and friction, because of the releasing it so hard and seeing it so hard. But that's much better than sitting in that stagnant energy and never being able to change your life, and never being feeling empowered, and never having a voice, and never feeling like you can move the way you need to, and feeling like you're stuck by external circumstances, or you're caged in, or you believe things about yourself that are not true, and that's a cage of its own. It's like, this is expanding past all of that. Like this is expanding past the constructs of the human psyche. This is about expanding past society's constructs and cages that they put us in. It's about expanding past the relationships and the people that want us to stay the same and stay stuck in lack, because it's misery loves company, but also they don't want to be alone, right? But it's like, this is some deep work. This is work that is, again, it's like born out of like really difficult, challenging circumstances, but you turned that difficult, challenging circumstance into gold. Like that's what I'm saying. It's so hard to explain what this is and the way I'm seeing it, but it's also like, you could be seeing this exactly like this, or you could be seeing this in like a completely different way, but totally resonate with what I'm saying. It's like the words don't matter as much as like the feeling and the understanding of the wisdom that you're gaining through this experience. And so I just wanted to convey it as best I can, but I still feel like I'm not doing it justice. But because it's just, the feeling is so much bigger than words I feel like I can express. And yeah, this reminds me of somebody. Keep following this thread. Keep following your intuition. Like, I mean, like, this is so crazy. Like, abundance. You may be impatient. This is impatient with like, you know, with yourself in this process. Don't do that, because you know what, the more you take your time, and the more that you do this right, which I think you know deep down, the more that you heal this. Like, it's like, you don't want to go and put a band-aid on a freaking broken arm. Like, you know what I mean? you're going back to the root cause. You're going back and fixing it for real. So you never have to visit this again. It's like you're healing stuff where you're never going to have to like deal with it in the same level of this. You're never going to feel caged in and boxed in by another situation. Like you're never going to feel like you can't get out of something and you don't know the way out. Like now you know there's how to get out of something. Like it's almost like not the way out. It's more like the way through. Like you figured out a way through. And you figured out a way of healing that works for you. And I feel like the pain of all this may still be like you may not be seeing that yet, and that's okay. But I do feel like you are a little bit. Again, sparks of light. I'm hearing sparks of light. And so be patient with yourself because you're doing it the right way. And I don't think slow is bad. I think it's great. And you may have felt like you've been stuck for a while, but I just want to say it's almost like that grinding down. It takes a while, you know? It's like you have to be ready to change. And that sometimes takes a long time for our egos to be even willing to change. Like you have to create a lot of internal safety and a lot of like this wisdom. Like you have to be willing to look at higher points of view. You have to be willing to open your mind. You have to be willing to look outside the box. Like that takes bravery and courage, but it also takes tenacity and perseverance because it's painful to look at the box we've held ourselves in our whole life and like see it as a box and see it as conditioning. It's like so painful. It's like, oh my God, I've been following this forever and I thought this was the right way. And it's like, it's not. It's like, oh my God, you know? And that's painful because we have to say goodbye to people in our life that we really feel attached to, or places in our life that we feel really attached to, or a job that we feel really attached to, or you know, an identity that we feel really attached to, or an identity that feels really safe or used to feel really safe but now just feels like you can't breathe anymore. And I think that you had to get to the point of not being able to breathe anymore to like would be willing to change this. And I feel like you've gotten past that point, and I feel like it's turning now, and it's really beautiful to see. And I'm just so excited for you. And I hope and I pray that you can see just how massive this is, because it really is that massive, and it really is that deep. And I feel like you know, when we're caught up in this, right? I don't mean caught up. It's more like when we're dealing with this type of, you know, releasing this type of pain, that can be the only thing we can see, because it's so loud, right? This pain that you would have been releasing would have been so loud, or fear that you're releasing and regret that you're releasing is so loud. It's like it permeates everything. But once you release this, that's when I feel like, and I do feel like you're starting to see this stuff. That's why I'm like, this is really great, because I wouldn't be seeing it here if you weren't seeing it. So you're seeing this. And I feel like there's a clarity that you feel that you did not feel before. And there's like I've seen, you know, that like more of the path forward. And I feel like that's actually really helping you. Oh my gosh. I am so proud of you. Keep going, doing what you're doing. You're doing great. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.